Good morning from Queen's Club in London, where the tennis is going to start today, run for a week. Hasn't been here for a couple of years because of COVID, and big names like Andy Murray will be taking part. There's not a cloud in the sky, and for many of us today the forecast is dry. There'll be some sunshine, fresher in the north, but still humid in the southeast. Well, don't hold your breath, Lou, because it's not necessarily going to last the way that it has been. Yesterday, actually, for Wales and Northern Ireland, you had your warmest day of this year so far, but it wasn't the warmest day across the UK so far. Now, here at the Queen's Club this morning, it is glorious. The sun is out, there is not a cloud in the sky, and already it is pretty warm. And of course, as you say, the tennis starts here today. It runs all week, and it's going to be pretty exciting. Again, the Murray brothers, both of them, Andy and Jamie, are playing here. The weather, well, today the forecast is a mostly dry one. There'll be sunny spells as well, and it's going to be fresher in the north than it was yesterday, but still hot and humid in the southeastern corner. A weather front's been coming in through the course of the night and slipping southwards. It's been bringing some rain with it too. Some of that was pretty heavy across southwest Scotland. It's now on the border of England and Scotland, with a few showers ahead of it around Cumbria, Lancashire, and we've also got some showers across the north and west of Scotland through the day. Here too there'll be some brisk winds, pretty gusty winds. But come south of that, the cloud continuing to edge southwards through the day, but a lot of fine weather, a lot of dry weather, with temperatures up to about 26 to 29 degrees in the far southeast, fresher behind that weather front, where we're looking at the high teens to the low 20s. And as we go through the evening and overnight, again, variable amounts of cloud around, mainly dry, fresher for most of us to sleep in, except for in the southeast, where it will still be quite humid, with our temperature range roughly between about 11 and 15 degrees. And then for tomorrow, a lot of dry weather to start the day. Again, there'll be variable amounts of cloud, but we do have a weather front coming in from the west, and that's going to bring in some rain across western Scotland and also western parts of Northern Ireland as we go through the course of the day. Temperatures in the southeast down a touch tomorrow. Top temperatures likely to be about 26, but up a touch everywhere else. But then, Lou and John, as we head into Wednesday evening, well, the Met Office has a weather warning out for some thunderstorms. So it looks like it could all end in a bang across parts of England and Wales.
Oh, Carol, thank you very much indeed. And people will have listened especially carefully, because you won't know this, Carol, but the graphics, we've got an issue, but we'll have them back for your next.
Good morning, both. Good morning to you too. It certainly is. It's already 17 degrees here in London, but I'm joined this morning by, and it's absolutely beautiful here in West London this morning. As I said, it's already 17 degrees. There's not a cloud in the sky, and the forecast actually for this week for Queen's is mostly dry. Today 29, a wee bit fresher tomorrow, and then we're back up to 29, and it looks like late on Wednesday and through Thursday, possibly Friday as well, we could well see some thunderstorms. Today's forecast, well, for many of us it will be dry. There'll be some sunny spells. It will be fresher in the north, but still hot and humid in the south. And that's because we've got low pressure in the north, high pressure in the south, and a weather front as the dividing line between them. So temperatures will be that bit lower than they were yesterday in northern areas, but still high elsewhere. Now, this morning what we've got is that weather front sinking southwards. It's produced quite a bit of rain for some through the course of the night, but it will continue to weaken as it sinks southwards through the course of today. More or less just a band of cloud by the end of the day. Behind it, a brisk wind in the north of Scotland with some showers, and temperatures ranging from about 12 to 29 degrees, so sticky and close still in the southeastern quarter. Now, through this evening and overnight, that weather front sinks south, still as a weak feature. It will mainly be a band of cloud, be a dry night as well for most of us, and fresher in the north, but still quite humid in the southeast. Tomorrow, well, a lot of dry weather to start with, still some cloud around, a lot of sunshine, but through the day we'll see a weather front coming in across western Scotland and northwestern parts of Northern Ireland, and that is going to bring in rain. Temperatures up for most tomorrow compared to today, but down in the southeast compared to today. And then as we head on into Wednesday, that same said weather front will be slowly sinking southwards. Just how far south it gets will have an impact on the temperature. If you're under the cloud, it won't be as hot, but we still are going to have rising humidity in the southeast. So that does mean that the temperatures once again will be back up. We could see a high of 29. but not so, for example, in parts of Scotland and Northern Ireland. And it's later on Wednesday into Thursday, Friday that we could well have some heavy thundery downpours. And Met Office currently does have a weather warning out to this effect. So the weather is changing, so enjoy it whilst you've got it, Lou and John.
Oh, we will do. Thank you so much.
From the Queen's Club in West London, where the sun is beating down. The men's tournament starts this week, runs all the way through till Sunday, some big names taking part, and the weather is set fair for most of us until we get to Wednesday evening, when we're expecting some thunderstorms. But I'll have all the details in about 10 minutes.
Beautiful.
It absolutely is, John. Yes, good morning, everybody. Here at Queen's, the temperature is already 17 degrees. There's not a cloud in the sky, and you can see Centre Court behind me. Now, the ground staff are about to unveil it for the first time for the men's tour. It takes 6 weeks to erect all the seats, and it takes 6 weeks to dismantle them as well. And the seats are actually built on top of some concrete tennis courts. Of course, the club members can't actually play during this week, but they get to enjoy the tennis instead. And it's looking like it's going to be dry for the first half of this week, but then we're likely to see some thunderstorms. But the forecast for today, well, that again is a mostly dry one. There's some cloud around. We've got some rain at the moment as well, but that will tend to peter out, and it will be fresher in the north, but still quite humid as we come down towards the southeast. We've got a weather front which is sinking steadily southwards, and that's what's producing the rain across the Scottish borders and into northern England currently. And as it continues to journey southwards, it will lose its rain, but it will continue bringing in some cloud. Behind it, some showers across the northwest, and here too, a brisk wind. Temperatures today ranging from about 11 in the north to a sticky 29 as we push down towards the southeast. Now, through this evening and overnight, our weather front continues to journey southwards, but again, just really is a band of cloud. There'll be cloud in other parts of the UK as well, but it will be mostly dry. Still quite sticky in the southeast, our overnight low 15 or maybe 16 degrees. But behind that weather front, which is a cold front, it will feel fresher. So as we head on into tomorrow, again, a lot of dry weather around, a fair bit of sunshine, but we've got a new weather front coming in across western Scotland and also western parts of Northern Ireland, and that is going to introduce some rain. But tomorrow, for many of us, temperatures will be that bit higher than today, but in the southeast, they will be that little bit lower, but that's not going to last, because on Wednesday we've got high humidity once again. Lou and John.
Thank you.
That's right, and Sue Barker will be here as well, looking good as she always does. Somebody else that's looking good this morning is David Law, who is with now here at the Queen's Club in West London. The sun is beating down already. The temperature is 18 degrees, and the forecast for us today is a mostly dry one. We've got some rain at the moment. That will peter out through the course of the day, and there'll be a fair bit of sunshine around as well. What's happening is we've got a weather front which is sinking slowly southwards. Now, that is what will peter out as we go through the day, but the cloud in it will continue to drift southwards. There'll be some heavy showers across the north and the west, and here also a brisk wind. Temperatures today ranging from 11 in the north to 29 in the south, so it will be fresher in the north today compared to yesterday. In fact, yesterday Northern Ireland and also Wales had their warmest days of this year so far. Now, as we head on through the evening and overnight, well, our weather front continues to trundle slowly southwards. There's a band of cloud. There'll be some cloud elsewhere, but it will be a mostly dry night. Still quite oppressive in the southeast. We're going to have overnight lows 15 or 16 degrees, but still fresher, more comfortable for sleeping in further north. And then as we go through tomorrow, we start off in a dry note, fair bit of sunshine, a little bit of cloud around, but a weather front coming in from the west will introduce some rain to western parts of Scotland and also western parts of Northern Ireland. Tomorrow, temperatures slightly lower in the southeast. We're looking at about 26 degrees, but slightly higher for the rest of the UK, into the high teens or indeed the low 20s. But worth mentioning that as we head through Wednesday later on in the day through till Friday, the Met Office has a weather warning out for thunderstorms across parts of England and also East Wales. John and Lou.
Oh, thank you so much, Carol. We'll see you a little bit later. We've got lovely views as well here.
In the Queen's Club in West London, where the tennis starts today for a week. Now, the forecast for all of us today is a largely dry one. We do have some rain at the moment. That will tend to peter out. It's still going to be humid in the south and east, but it will be fresher in the north. I'll have all the details coming up. Thank you, Lou. Oh, isn't it fabulous? Good morning, everybody. The sun is beating down here at Queen's. It's a beautiful start to the day. The lawnmower's out as well. It wouldn't be a tennis tournament if there wasn't a lawnmower accompanying one of our broadcasts. But you can see this is the cup, the trophy that somebody will pick up on Sunday. It's a men's singles, and it's engraved with all the winners throughout the years. So you've got people like Boris Becker, Jimmy Connors, for example, and of course five-time winner Andy Murray. So a few times that it has actually been played, the tournament that is, and when you see that, it's actually engraved here, but you won't be able to see it on camera. It actually just says in 1974 to 1976 not held, and of course same for last year as well because of the COVID restrictions. The tournament didn't take place. Now the forecast today is a largely dry one, and it's also a sunny one. We do have some rain at the moment moving out of Scotland and across northern England with some showers ahead of it. But as we go through the course of the day, that weather front producing the rain, as it sinks southwards, will tend to weaken. So it will just be a band of cloud as it does travel south. Now behind it in the north, it will be fresher than it was yesterday. There'll be some showers around, and there will also be quite a brisk wind. Here, temperatures will be in the low to the mid, some for us seeing the high teens, but in the far southeast of England it still is going to be hot and humid with temperatures up to 26 to 29 degrees. As we head on through the evening and overnight, our weather front continues to sink southwards as a band of cloud. Again, it's going to be mostly dry. It will be fresher, more comfortable for sleeping in the north, but in the southeast it still is going to be humid, with temperatures only falling away to about 15 or 16 degrees. Tomorrow then, we start off in a largely dry note. There will be some cloud around, but there'll be a lot of sunshine as well. However, a weather front is coming in from the northwest, and that's going to introduce some rain across northwest Scotland and also northwest Ireland. And it's going to be pushing slowly southeastwards through the course of the afternoon and into the evening. For the southeast, it will be fresher tomorrow with highs of 26, but in the north, temperatures will be that little bit higher. But Lou and John, worth mentioning too, that the Met Office has out a weather warning from Wednesday evening till Friday evening for thunderstorms for parts of England and also East Wales.
Thank you very much, Carol.
Oh, this is my cup, isn't it? That would hold a lot of tea, John.
Oh, I don't think it'll be tea, will it? Carol, thank you.
Scotland win by 2 goals.
Okay.
That's my prediction, and I hope it's true as well. Good morning, everybody. I'm at the Queen's Club this morning for the tennis, which of course starts today on Centre Court behind me. The play actually starts at midday, and you can see full coverage of it on BBC Two from 1 o'clock, and then as we go through the rest of the week you can see full coverage across the different BBC channels. Now the sun is beating down here in West London. The temperature is already 20 degrees and rising, and the forecast for today is a mostly dry one. There are some sunny spells, and currently we've got some rain, but the rain will tend to peter out as we go through the day. It's courtesy of a weather front. It's been heavy in parts overnight, and it's continuing to sink southwards out of southern Scotland and across northern England. And as it does so and continues south again, it won't be much more than a band of cloud. Ahead of it, we hang on to some sunshine, turning hazy later, and on the other side of it, in the north of Scotland, there will be some showers in the north and west, accompanied by a brisk wind. Now today is going to be fresher in the north than it was yesterday. Yesterday we had the warmest day of this year so far across Northern Ireland and Wales. Temperatures will be down for you, whereas ahead of that weather front in the south and east, well, we still are looking at temperatures up to 29 degrees. Through this evening and overnight, still largely dry, variable amounts of cloud, humid in the southeast, fresher in the north, and that leads us into tomorrow, which again starts mostly dry with variable amounts of cloud, but through the day a weather front will bring some rain in across western Scotland and also western parts of Northern Ireland. And temperature wise tomorrow, well, in the south temperatures will be a little bit lower. We're looking at 26 degrees, whereas for the rest of the UK temperatures will actually be a little bit higher than they are going to be today. And then Lou and John, it looks like from Wednesday night towards Friday, the Met Office has a weather warning out for thunderstorms for parts of England and also East Wales.